Okay, let's get started for today and hopefully get everything sorted out better in the game. Okay, yep, exactly what I intended to do. Click the wrong thing. Perfect. Good start. Now let me, before I go crazy and start going into the game, I'll make sure that all my shit is set up and working appropriately. Is it just me, or do I not see any sound from the game? What? I guess maybe it's just quiet. Yeah, okay, I guess it is just quiet. Okay, good to know. Perfect, so I'm gonna lower that up. And, oops, wrong one. There it is. Now I've got my chat up as well so that I can see if something happens. Perfect. It seems like we're getting a very quiet start to stream today. I think people are just not there yet. Okay. Apparently I didn't mute my YouTube stream, so I couldn't... Well, I was hearing myself on the background, and I really don't want that. Good. Okay. So, good note here. I leveled the character that I'm using for stream up to level 15. I haven't used any of my other older characters. I didn't go into any of the old worlds either. So I did everything in the world that we started on stream, but I did level up just a little bit. I think I was level... I feel like I was like 7 or 8 when we ended stream. And I decided to just get myself at least to level 10 was my initial goal. And I think I forgot when I said that goal that in order to make, well, stone structures and stuff like that, you need level 15. So in the end, I pushed it to level 15 or so. And I started to build some walls. Okay, well, my lighting isn't great right now, and my textures haven't loaded in properly yet, which will slowly fix itself over time. Yeah. Let's start by showing this up real quick. This was the structure we made last time, the first one. It's fully empty now, and on the overall structure of it, I've made the walls and the roof into stone already, with the hope that I don't need to repair that structure nearly as much later. We still have the this little water source here. Actually, I should drink some. We still have this here. Once this thing is... Actually, I probably could move it right away, but I was gonna say once this thing is empty of water, I might just move it. But for now, I'm gonna leave it there. We don't have anything else around this building anymore. That's something that I've cleared up. So we are in a slightly better position for that. We also have a little planter here that, well, is gonna be making, ideally, most likely berries or some other thing that could be used to feed this little guy. I tamed one of these, I forgot the name of them. What are they called? I forget the name of the creature. Tyrannus. Yeah, I've trained one of these because they're good. They're pretty good for you as a Why are you following me now? You're still on... No, you're still on Wonder. I guess I kind of woke you up. But yeah, I tamed this guy. And I also made the first rain reservoir, since this guy is going to need me to feed this water trough. Otherwise, I'm just having a look now to make sure that we're safe-ish. There's another Tyrannus over there, but for the most part, we seem to be mostly quiet right now for spawns, which is good. So, the inside of this building is a little bit more refined. I've started to make things out of stone, just like the other little cabin. We have the roof made of stone now as well. And I also have the butcher's table, which has a bunch of stuff in it. I'm more than good enough on food at this point. In fact, probably could give him some of the meat if I remember well. He does eat meat as well, but don't remember for sure if he does. We also started to do the stone furnace stuff and the first bit of metal, but we're only just beginning to do metal. I also have this thing to make some oxygen for the oxygen bladder, which allows me to breathe a little bit more openly when I'm going around exploring and doing other stuff. So we're slowly starting to get somewhere. One of the things that I do want to look into relatively quickly today is gonna be to start looking into... can I do it from here? I might not be able to do it from here. Do I need to be in this? Yes. I'm gonna want to start making wall fortifications, most likely around this little starter home. Even though I do plan to have this starter home expand further out this way. Right now we do have the first water purifier, and we have the drying rack alongside here. But eventually this building is gonna start growing further out, but we're gonna deal with that later. Hi, Mio. Okay, let's get this started. Let's see what I should do for a starter today. I think getting more iron is gonna be a good move. I'm doing pretty good. I have a few things to take care of this week, but today I'm pretty quiet. I know I have an appointment tomorrow morning, but for this week I have not much to do, which is nice. As opposed to what the last few weeks were, that I feel like I had something to do almost every day. This game is also very relaxing to me, even if I end up with having to fight dangerous creatures. I still feel like this game remains relaxing, which is honestly what I need this week. Not too much stress and not too much anything going on. Yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be a cave in that little corner or not, but I wish it does. I found one cave already in this area, but I essentially mined it out already, which is why I have iron at base. We might need a tad bit of sulfur, so I will take that. Yeah, I think we are... Oh no, we still have another 9 tech 3 points. How much did I take on the building side of things? I think I took most of the starter stuff for building. Yeah, I can do foundations, I can do all of the basic stuff. You're close to being able to get your US passport, and that's nice. I hope you get it. Well, get it soon, ideally. Anything related to passport is always very, like, very, very annoying. Once you get that, your wife just needs the money to get to do a sponsorship. Oh, well, I hope that doesn't take too long for you guys then, because I do know that passport related stuff can take forever sometimes. Well, anything related to government really can take forever. Alright, we're gonna go along the wall here, see if I can find another cave. Ideally not one near these guys, because apparently I'm in a very aggressive area. Oh god, no. Visa's gonna be up here. Yeah, visas are also another big deal. Thankfully, I don't have to care about visas and stuff like that at this time, but I'm not envying anybody that has to do any of that stuff, honestly. You just want to get a work visa to make money. Yeah, I understand that fully. Especially if you're living in Canada and you can't work, that's definitely not ideal. Canada is not a cheap country, sadly. So being able to live here needs, well, requires having some money. I don't think that's an open spot. No, it's not. Well, these are not dangerous. I'm over here now. I wonder if there's a cave in that corner. As much as you love gaming, that's all you can... You're getting brought up because that's all you can do. Yeah. Even for me, like right now, I'm doing pretty much exclusively gaming and streaming, other than... Well, other than all of my medical stuff. So I often just end up having several hours every day that are spent essentially just watching videos or doing something that isn't gaming, just relaxing and not actually paying attention to a game. Depends on the day though. I just wish I could finish all of my medical stuff faster so that I could, well, move on a little bit sooner. Love to go back to school part-time. Yeah. Started to get over your agoraphobia. Agoraphobia. Oh my god, how do you say that word? I like to go to school to be a vet. Ooh. I mean, that's still very nice. I'm currently in a situation where things are not easy for me as well. Like, I was lucky enough to have some government help for a while, but now that ran out completely, so I'm not working, I live alone in my own apartment, and I still have to pay my bills, and I have no income, which is scary a bit, but I have money saved up, meaning I'm good for a few months, but I'm going to have to find a job soon. And I still have my medical stuff that isn't over. And I might need to look into getting a job, even if it's just part-time, just so that it can start to reduce the burden of my, well, my apartment and everything else. Oh my god, I can't find caves along this wall. Far up am I? When you were in Seattle, you could work because of your fears, and a friend was scared of you getting COVID and giving it to her, so it was hard to get out of being homeless. So you just kind of locked into a. So it's just kind of locked into. Yeah. So I stopped working due to, well, a combination of exhaustion, and a bunch of other issues in about like around August. And I was lucky enough that the Canadian government and stuff like that has some, well, some programs that work at giving me money for a while when you lose your job and whatnot. Since this was, well, properly labeled as a medical thing, I was able to actually get like some very well needed financial support. But the government does put a limit to how long you can get that for me, so I can no longer get that support now. And this is gonna be very stressful soon if I don't get some job or some way to get more money. And as much as I like streaming and playing games and whatnot, streaming isn't even remotely close to being able to allow me to get a job, well, to get a job from streaming at this time. Yeah, I make a tiny bit of money here and there, but it's so little for me at this time that even though I started to get monetized about 3 months ago, I have yet to receive an actual paycheck from Twitch. I think next month I should have one, or actually, I think this month I'm reaching just enough for the first paycheck. I did get $10 from the... Oh, the spiders, okay. I did get $10, well, $10 or so from the... What's it called? The sponsorship I did with Art Knights, though. Which was a nice little start. You do your best to look in my stream to help getting money. Yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful that you're here, but obviously ads are not great considering... Oh, God. Ads are not great for me considering my overall viewership is low. Is he still coming? Yeah, he is. Oh, really? There we go. Yeah, ads are a thing. And don't get me wrong, ads are definitely not nothing. They do give me money. It's not a lot though. But because I'm using the recommended thing from Twitch of doing the 3 minutes of ads an hour, it's actually more significant than I originally expected it to be. I really felt that originally when I was setting it up, I set it up just so that people would not have to watch any ads when coming into the stream unless they're exactly at the same timing as the 3 minutes of ads. But still, it's actually not too bad. You have to go and be right back. Yeah, no problem. Got the bear dead. Perfect. Okay. Okay, that's not an issue. Okay, I don't need the food from all of these corpses. The only reason why I'm even gathering them is for the fur. Okay. I'm paying a bit more attention to audio in the game right now. Trying to stay focused because since this is nighttime, visibility is worse for me, and dangerous animals are still around, and they might be awake, but some of them might be sleeping, and if they're sleeping, they're often just out in the open, but much harder to see from being lower down. So we're gonna be swimming across. Eventually, I really want to properly make a bridge, though. Well, it's a good thing that I am essentially almost home, because now we get the thunderstorm showing up. In fact, even though the thunderstorm is about to happen, I'm going to quickly do that. Wait, can I? I can only sleep between these times, so I can't sleep when there's a thunderstorm. I'm gonna add all of these to stacks. I'm gonna add that one too. Wait, what? I guess I just needed to harvest it. Okay. Don't remember this being something that I can put in that, but I don't remember all of everything that I learned before, so I'm gonna need to be careful about that. Yeah. So, wood triangles are getting damage, which I'm not too surprised with. My stone stuff is doing fine right now, which is good. I'm assuming my other little building is gonna have the same issue. And that's the annoying thing of thunderstorm, the fact that they break every single tree in my area. And this is one of the crazy things to me in this game. If the temperature on this planet is like this all the time, how is any of those plants staying alive normally when they're like when the player isn't around? Because it's a little insane that when the players are around, everything is dying like crazy. And then as soon as a player is gone, everything is fine. I understand that is that they do that for a game mechanic to make it feel like it's a dangerous world and whatnot, but I do feel like it might be a little too aggressive. Like this was one thunderstorm, and I think I saw, yeah, there was a big fire over there. I think I saw something else get hit over there. Thankfully, no issues with wind this time around. But the last time we had a windstorm, I think like 7 or 8 trees fell, which is also a significant amount. It's just... Now the positive thing that I can say now that I have my buildings starting to be made out of stone is the fact that even when I get those bad temperature coming in, I have way less of a danger of getting some issues, since the only thing that's vulnerable now is the triangles. Eventually, I would like for it to be even more resilient to bad temperature. But for now, we're gonna be looking at only this much until I can get more iron. We could look into making a saddle for this guy though. Did I unlock the saddle or not yet? I think I didn't unlock the saddle yet. Let's search for it so that I don't search for it everywhere. That's basic riding saddle. I think that's all I need for this. Let me remind myself what I need for the basic riding saddle. Leather, fur, and rope, and not much of all of these, which is good. Let's make 4 of these. I don't see any fur here. I will take that. What? Oh. Didn't realize I had the leather on me, and then that's the reason why it was counting it. Okay. Oh, hi, Defex. But still at work, but quick chicken before I go. Okay. Thank you for coming by, Defex. I really appreciate anybody that wants to just come by and say hi. Okay. I think I want to... No, actually, that's a spoiled plant. My spoiled plants are in here. Okay, let's make 1 saddle. I'll leave enough to make another one in here, I think. That way I have a spot in the future. There we go. Now, you can now have a saddle, which also gives me an inventory on my little horse. Which means now if I want to go into an adventure with it, I have an extra bit of inventory and I can move around faster. Actually, I'm in the wrong one, that sticks. My god, do I have no wood left? Okay, I guess I might be getting low on wood a tiny bit. I also might want to start to dedicate a chest to tools. What about food? Are you good on food? Yeah, that guy's good on food for now. Yeah, my issue right now is that I'm still on the very small chests. And the fact that I'm on very small chests means my overall storage is a bit of an issue. In fact, I should do this. That's gonna help me. Alright, so we went kind of around here earlier. We checked. I'm sure I'm gonna have missed some sort of cave in this area. Surely there's something. There might be something right across here that I didn't see. There's nothing along this entire wall all the way up to, I think around here is where I stopped. Somewhere around here. There might be something here, but I'm gonna have to see. Something up here might be possible. Way up here isn't impossible either. I didn't go and check that. I also think that this corner is very high on the probability. Somewhere on here is possible. Just as a sake of going not too far, let's go across here and let's have a look to see if I have something right across from my base, since that would be the easiest and closest one to come back from. Okay. Yeah, it's just right here. And I think that might not be tall enough rocks to actually matter. I am Rild. Thank you for checking in today as well. Do we have anything up here? I'm a little bit afraid of this little up pass here, because it's the perfect place to have some sort of strong enemy just hanging out and waiting for you to go fight it, whether it's a bear or something else. Seems like there's nothing right now though. Nothing at all, really? There's a moa over there. I wonder if this... No, that is definitely not it. I guess I'm gonna go south of my base. Ooh, looks like that's gold. It's either gold or sulfur, I think. Where is that? Right at the bottom there, okay. Okay, nothing over here either. Now we gotta look at that. Oh, actually, that's... Is that what I suspect it to be? I think it might be that corner that I've been calling out, which I think is gonna have something in that little corner there. So that's probably where I'm going next. I feel like I've been unlucky with finding caves. I may have just missed all of them. Yeah, I'm happy I actually stopped to have a look there, because I would have run into that bear. There's a bear, there's a boar, there's another boar right there too. So we're gonna have to be careful going across. I might try and climb a rock and deal with them. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of them. Right. And we can cross here. In fact, maybe I should have crossed a little bit closer to this because I think I might be able to walk some of it, yeah. Nothing is trying to follow me. Where am I? Oh, we still have another bit of river to cross. Getting some fiber. If I can get a couple of sticks. Oh, never mind. What, give me that one too. Meaning that now I can do... I did not get any rocks. You know what? Use that instead. We're gonna need a little bit of rock if I want to make some arrows, and I would like to replenish my stack of arrows a little bit. Because I realize that I have actually been using quite a bit of them. Okay, we're out of sticks technically. Nice carrots. I actually want some carrots. Oh, I think I can use the sickle on the carrots. Oh, there's one right there. Yeah, that's better. I think there's a carrot there, but it's technically in the tree. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful going down over there. Okay, this wall is steep enough. It could have a cave on it as well, but might not. What about this corner? No, that just looks suspicious. Nothing that I can see. What does my weight look like? Fine. Okay. We need the fur, so I'm gonna take the fur and leather. God, that scared me. Gonna leave the fur and leather, leave the rest. I know it's gonna attract prey if there's some meat, but I don't need the meat, and I don't want to make myself heavier without any reason. That feels like there's gonna be something up there. Yep, that's not what I was intending to do. I forgot to switch to the knife. Okay, I don't need anything else for now, so leave that back there. Really, there's no cave at all in the corner here. I mean, there's a ton of oxide, but nothing else. But the boar and a wolf right there. There's a bear and a wolf here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just getting really unlucky, but the fact that I can't find any more caves is getting pretty annoying. The thing is, the caves are in set locations, so it's not like I'm getting fucked by bad world generation or anything. They're just not. I'm just not finding the caves where they are. Status spot? Oh, doesn't feel like that's a spot. Yeah, that normally that isn't something. Yeah, no. Didn't look like it. Normally you can tell. Okay. Got some moas. Boar. There's so much. This area has a lot more wildlife than the other well, the main starting area that you're supposed to start in. It does mean it's way more dangerous. Oh, I think this might be going into the icy mountain. If I remember properly, the icy mountain in the middle kind of connects everything. Oh god, let's not run straight into the Moa. I'm not geared yet. So I need to be careful with fighting stuff. And in a lot of cases, I can climb a rock. But I think Moas are tall enough that climbing a rock is... No, I don't want to say impossible, but it's much harder to have a rock that works. Okay, let's just go back to the river and walk alongside the river. I'm honestly impressed I haven't found a single extra cave yet. Should have used the sickle on that. Yeah. Careful of that guy. And I'm almost back home. My home is supposed to be right around here. I think it's just not spawned. Oh yeah, we see my horse. That's my horse. It's just the building isn't rendered in. Because I'm on really low graphics settings, it doesn't render my stuff very far. But I am trying to stay on the lowest settings that I can. Just so that it makes things more stable for me. Okay. My horsey. He's already eaten most of our resources that I left him with. I wonder if I should make some soybean seeds. I don't know if I can make watermelon. Yes, I can make watermelon as well. I'm trying to make a bunch of seeds now so that I can have some variety of stuff that I can put in his trough. I thought I had stuff on me. Guess I must not have anything on me. I mean, interesting. Natural berry bushes haven't really respawned yet. The baby deer. Go. What? Thought I took the rabbit. I guess I took only the arrow back. No, I have the Unreal crashing thing. This is what's really annoying with this game for me. The fact that it's so unstable like that. It's really annoying that it gets unstable for no reason. Okay, it's refusing to... It's refusing to crash fully, which is really annoying. We're gonna restart it. We'll see. We'll see if it decides to be annoying. If it decides to be too annoying, I might just switch games, but I was hoping to play for more than an hour today. Well, while I'm working on that, let's check on this. We're doing okay on coal. We're starting to get back up for that. Okay, so annoyingly, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have lost. I forgot that this game works this way, where you lose time essentially every time that you crash and do stuff like that. Yeah, there's no way for me to change world settings to save more often. I don't remember if there was a way, but it's kind of annoying that it does that. Hopefully it doesn't crash for a while. What? What happened? Did it crash immediately? What happened now? Why did I go back there? Like I'm stuck. I'm stuck back there. I can't click anything. Okay, let's close the game again. That one was weird. That was not even the one of the usual crash that I normally get with the game. Let's launch it back and see if it breaks again. Okay, let's try loading it again. Okay, looks like it's loading back up properly this time. Am I all the way back up the mountain over there? Jesus. Like, I had walked all the way back last time. Okay then. Well, now I know that I need food once I get back home, so I may as well harvest a bunch of food on the way. That's just ferns. God, corn might actually be a great one for me. Plus, there's a lot of it. I'm gonna leave two just in case. I may as well. Yeah, there is a gap. Okay. Nothing behind here. I essentially already checked that. Okay, I guess we're just gonna run home and... Well, this time I have food, so I shouldn't be needing to spend too much time on anything. Although I say that, if I want to have the watermelon, I need to harvest another stack, so... Now, since I had to restart the game, we need to be careful of anything that may have spawned around here. Okay, that... Shove the carrots in here, and... let's split the stack. How much corn do I need? 3 for 1. If it's 3 for 1 seed, I'm gonna do a little bit of everything now. So the idea is I really need to have a bunch of seeds for once I finally decide that I need to essentially start working on everything else. Well, plant-wise at least. Oh, yeah. Okay. Not much happening around here. Oh, there's some moas there. And we have a horse. And a bunch of other herbivores. What time is it? 1:15? Okay, in an effort to try and go faster and have less of an issue with finding a cave, we're gonna use the horse that I have tamed with the hope that we can find something by going a little further north. Yeah, definitely what I wanted. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want to go along the side here and go have a look at what's around there. Okay, these guys despawned in front of me apparently. And if I'm not wrong... Oh, actually no, what I want is to go across here to have a better look at the inside of the wall to the left here. Just in case there's something that I wouldn't see without being down here. We really need some of these resources. And I guess I can eventually start looking into making my first deep miner. I think I have the chance that since I have a deep miner essentially directly at my base, once I have the deep miner set up, I'm gonna be in a much better shape for basic resources like iron, but until I have that... Is that coal? I think it is. It sure is coal. I know from playing the game before that when it comes to coal, you want as much as you can get. Kinda don't want to leave coal behind. Okay. Oh, nice. So this is a cave. This is what I wanted. I wanted to find a cave, and we found one. And the wall of this cave seems sturdier than normal. I want you to stay around here. In fact, kind of want him to be closer a little bit. Perfect. Good. So this mine is gonna be hopefully full of iron and coal and stuff like that. Mostly iron is what I need now, but the coal is gonna be extremely important also kind of soon. I'm gonna take the copper as well, Mostly because copper is going to be useful in the early stages of electricity, if I remember properly. You can get... Actually, I'll keep the fur. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Okay. I just saw that my oxygen is running low, which is not great. But I think that before I worry about the oxygen, since I'm not that far from base, I'm 100% gonna try and gather some of the easy iron. And I mean, I might as well gather the copper since I now know that I need to go a little quickly. Good. That's aluminum. I can't mine on that until I have, I believe, a steel axe. It's titanium. Yeah, I'm being careful because those caves can have a variety of enemies. Those are little wormies, which are dangerous to a point, but not that bad. But one of the annoying ones are the bees. You can sometimes get like that. That's a bee nest. And apparently... My god. There we go. And I'm gonna deal with the bees before they're an issue as well. Okay, so I want the iron for sure. Not the bees, yeah. Oh, there's a queen bee. And the honeycomb is good to have as well. I don't need the worm sacks. We're gonna get plenty of those over time. I believe the poison sacks are something that I kinda need though. Let's go back to the horsey. Let's see what I can deposit in his inventory. More than I expected, so I can go back a little bit. Being in caves for a long period of time is not the best though. You get a debuff for being in a cave. Ooh, exotics. Exotics are good. They're permanent upgrades for the account. Not even the character, but the account itself. If I can send it to... Well, send it back essentially to the people who hire us in the game to come to this planet. It then gives me access to buying potential permanent upgrades for essentially the entire account so that any characters can use them. So I really, really want that. Oh my god, okay, let's just climb up this path. Man, I'm having issues with getting up there. It's really not wanting me to get there. There we go. God, my oxygen is getting low now, but we're still fine on it. I'm also not gonna die instantly if the oxygen runs out, so I'm not as worried as I would be if I didn't know the mechanics. I do have some time to get there. Plus, if I need to, I can always put oxide in my own personal tank. We're essentially full now, so I'm gonna go back to the horse and we're gonna be on our way home. I think I saw that the horsey was level 5 now. So we got 3 levels for me being in there and mining. Cool. Let me make sure that I don't do something stupid. Let's go a little further west. That way I don't end up falling down the cliff. It's a little bit further, I think. Oh, maybe not. That's fine. Yeah, I need to be careful with this area. Ooh, okay, I'm starting to get dizzy, and that's something that happens when you start to run out of oxygen. Yeah. But I do believe I'm gonna get there in time. Yeah. Can you run, please? Thank you. Okay, we're almost home. I'm immediately gonna put him on Wonder so that I don't forget. Otherwise, he's gonna be an issue later. Okay. Wait, what? Where did it go? There it is. Alright. I should be getting my oxygen back to full. Yep, perfect. So this was a good loot run. I do think that we're going to end up in a little bit of, well, with a little bit of an issue though. Because now I'm going to be running out of space even more. But we need to be... Oh yeah, we're going to need a lot of iron. Okay. Iron, iron, iron. Gonna put the coal in there for now. The exotics, I don't have anything to do with. I just need to wait until I can send them to space. So I'll put them in here since that's most likely my safest spot. I'm gonna cook some copper already as well. So I can't do steel bloom yet. But I do need a bunch of iron, so we're gonna be waiting on that to cook. And there's a very high chance that we're gonna be planning a trip to that same cave kind of soonish. As long as I don't get messed up too much by having some sort of dangerous animal blocking it. Also, we're just about to get nighttime, so I'm definitely gonna wait for that. And we're getting winds. Alright. Well, winds are not that big of a deal. Oh, also, gonna cook the iron. I think ooh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I'm gonna leave some copper in here. I don't remember if there's a recipe that needs raw copper for something else. But I don't want to assume too quickly that I don't need a little bit of raw copper later. So for now, I'm gonna stick with keeping it, well, keeping some of it in a chest somewhere. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Uh, okay. Let's make sure that we stay in daytime as much as we possibly can. You know what? We're gonna repair that. I'm gonna wait to repair the iron pick. Now, we are level 16. Oh yeah, I forgot that this guy leveled up. Skills. Weight capacity is actually good for the horse. Stamina would be really nice as well. Reduced animal threat would be a good move. I mean, increase food duration would be nice that way. Okay. Increasing food duration would be useful since that means he eats less, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay, yeah, more slots. Like, more inventory slots is actually really nice to have. That's definitely one thing you want to do. Okay, might as well give that to you. I like to have the spoil section at the very end. Just makes it nicer for me. Okay, eventually I'm gonna switch the crop planting spot. But for now, we're just waiting for the storm to pass so that I can go back to mining. In fact, we could look at the tech tree a tiny bit before I go anywhere. What was a composter do again? Just fertilizer? Could be good. Contact device and orbital. Yeah, both of these are gonna be necessary. Cooking station is not really important for me right now, although the ice box would be nice to have. Textile stuff I think would be good because it gives me more option for making rope. Beehive. I mean, working on beehives could be interesting as well. I think this is new for me, the snare traps and baits. Wolf bait. Wild boar bait. Dang, there's a bunch of stuff. Okay. Nesting bed. So what, this is for making baby or something? Okay, so some of these are interesting, and I think there's been a few updates since I last played actively. Stonewall fortifications. Dang. Small stone sign. Sandworm building? There's way more building options than the last time I played. They've added a lot. I'm honestly impressed by how much stuff there is in the game now. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that I want now is stuff that is gonna be in tier 3. There's way more trap options as well. I think there was only the hedgehog like that and the wood spike fortification the last time I played. And now we also have these like wood spike fortifications for putting on the wall itself, I guess. Like a solid stone wall fortification. That is very, very interesting. I think also, I don't remember if there was the level 30 stuff on this last time I played, but maybe there was, and I just don't remember it. Itching post and rope. I could buy that. It's not really important right now, though. These would be nice if I was using some other mount, but at this time I'm using one that can't really gain. I mean, I could look into the first pistols, but I don't think that's the move either. Okay, well, let's get started. Let's get back to that one cave. I think we need to do a little bit more mining. And if we empty that cave that I found, at that point, maybe I'm gonna look into finding a second one further down the same path. It does seem like that northern section has steeper cliffs than other areas for me. At least in this area. So I'm assuming that with taller cliffs, I have a higher chance of getting caves, but that's just because the game has kind of make it seem that way a lot. I need to be careful going around here. Now I do have the chance that now if something wants to fight me, there's two of us, but while this horse is gonna be pretty good at helping me fight, it's gonna depend on what we need to fight. If it's a bear, I don't think we win against a bear. Is it right here? Well, I guess we're fighting the boar now. Yeah, so like I said, there's two of us fighting now, so if we need to fight, it's definitely not impossible to do. But you don't want to fight a bear like that thing. Okay, I'm gonna be careful. Maybe the worms have respawned, maybe not though. Doesn't seem like they did. Gold. I forgot why you want gold, but I'm gonna gather it anyways. Because I don't see why I wouldn't take it. Oh, hi, Bull. Thank you for passing by. Trying to climb here. Oh, I guess I could look into that. Oh, that's titanium. Can't mine titanium yet. Yeah, climbing in this game is weird. The bees are back. I could hear them from a distance. Okay, so they stung me. But at least I found... At least I found them before there was too many of them. Okay, it's kind of annoying that I didn't notice that my water was out. I should have refilled before I left, and I didn't see that. It's over in that corner, but that's just stone. My lighting is messed up in this cave. Cool. You can get that. Can get the iron. Alright, that's nice. I think we're already getting close to this cave being empty. Which honestly is too bad because that's not as much iron as I wish I could have gotten. You need so much iron in this game, at least as soon as you get into essentially the stage that I'm at now, you need a ton of iron. Like, this is so annoying. Sometimes I can fix it. I can try that. Sometimes I've been able to fix it by using a method. I just don't know if it's gonna work this time around. We'll test it. Because if I can just restart my drivers, sometimes